Hi everyone, it's Vismaya, founder of Living in Gratitude Today, teacher, speaker, best-selling author. But my favorite role is that of a gratitude gangster. What? So I wanted to talk to you about the idea of tikkun olam, repairing the world, and it's a Jewish concept, and I don't, and we're not going to talk about the Jewish way of looking at it, just the idea of repairing the world and how we can apply that to our life right now, how we can apply that to the different areas of our life right now. And I think one of the terms that I heard earlier today that just lit my heart on fire was my tank. I filled my tank, or my tank is full of happiness. That's how it was. My tank is full of happiness. And today was the first time in 15 years that I've been friends with these women that we actually got on a Zoom call, and chatted for an hour and a half. Usually we'll get together for their kids' birthdays, or we'll have a girl night once in a while. But really, we have never gotten on the phone and sat there and just talked for an hour and a half and just, shared our souls and our laughter and our funnies. And then one of them hung up and was like, wow, my tank is full of happiness. So as we're looking at repairing the world, as we're looking at repairing our communities, how is it we're repairing ourselves? Because that's the first part. And for me, it's about being, really open to the gifts that I receive, which we've talked about before, really being open to see them. And even recently, somebody offered me something, and at first I was like, no. And then I was like, wait a minute, Vismaya, that's a gift. And then I started to think of all the gifts that I received this week. And I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. And all the people, and it was something as small as somebody reached out to me just to see if I was okay. The fact that I got to see my mother, and and the nurse went to my mother's room, gave her a very fast shower, brought her out to the glass door so I could see her and say hello to her. What else? I've met people, strangers, and who have invited me onto their podcast. I have, like I said, had this hour and a half talk with my girlfriends. I've taken social media classes. I've taken other kinds of classes that have just boosted up not just my spirit, but also my mind. I've listened to podcasts. So what are the things you're doing to repair your own world? Because that's the only way that we're going to be able to repair this world, and eventually our community. Because let's face it, folks, this is right now our new normal. Whether we like it or not, we're in quarantine. We're asked to stay home. We're asked to find different ways to do things. And we get to choose. Are we going to choose to enjoy it, embrace it, or are we going to get to a space where all we're going to do is bitch and moan? And I don't want to be there. I don't think that's a great space to be, because if on top of being quarantined, on top of being home, and on top of being worried, if you're worried about any of the finances and any of the other stuff, to tap into all the things that don't work, you're going to curl into a ball. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, because that's not what you do as part of somebody in this community. So now that we're creating this new normal, right? How is it that we can repair ourselves? And that has been such a powerful conversation for me to explore these past few days. And just so you know, I opened up our Wednesday call, the evening call, to other people, because I want to see how we can take this movement and spread it, how we can take this movement and get other people involved to join us, to share their messages, of hope, to share their messages of how they're dealing with being in quarantine. And I would love to hear from you. What are the ways that you are experiencing joy in this time? What are the ways that you've had to shift your mindset so that you can repair yourself from the inside out? Because that's really what it's about. Like, getting ourselves to a space where we are dealing with our new normal, dealing with what's so right now, and prospering. And that's the power. That's the power we have in our hands right now. So some of you are business owners that are part of this community, and what I would love to do for you is highlight you. We'll have a conversation. We'll see how I can bring you on, and we'll do an interview so that people get to know you. I will post that on all of my social media. So maybe that will give you an opportunity to share your business, to share a great practice that you have, and to put you out in the forefront. So that way, maybe somebody will connect with you. They'll want to use your services. You'll make a new friend. You'll make a difference, because I know you make a difference in my life. You'll have the opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life. I know some of you are still out there working. You're still on the front line. So thank you. Thank you for your service. And please know, even if nobody tells you, you matter and you're important to us. And we are so grateful for you. So please, gratitude gangsters, let's get together and figure out how we can heal the world, how we can celebrate and create tikkun olam, repairing the world, and let's start with ourselves. Let's start with us. And I know for me that means, being committed to getting up and doing my walks every day, because I need to do my 10,000 steps. If not, what happens? I sit on the couch and I eat. And that's not good for me. I know this. I eat potato chips. I eat cookies. I eat whatever's in front of me. So getting outside, moving. We still have the ability to move our bodies. And if you can't move your body for whatever reason, find some way to do something to just get the flow, get the circulation, do something, right? So I wanted to leave you with that. I wanted to leave you with the idea of how are we going to fill our tanks with happiness this week. I love you all. Thank you for being part of this community. And I'll talk to you again on Wednesday. Please join. I'll just send you the link to the webinar. That way you don't have to register again. But please join us on Wednesday. Let's see how we can really come together as a community. I'll be talking more about Tikkun Olam and seeing little ways that we can, start to pop and spread the magic throughout our communities and throughout our own lives. All right, everyone, have a great night, and I will talk to you again on Wednesday.